What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. It's been a minute since we've done a recorded commentary for you guys. This is actually a great game that I played on stream the other day, and I wanted to go ahead and spend some time in July going ahead and doing these commentary style videos for you guys. These are off requested. They're a little bit tougher to do when I'm using an editor and trying to get the content out 5 times a week for you guys. But in a situation where my editor is working over on Gridiron Gameplans, I can go ahead and take the time to do these styles of videos for you. So I want to go ahead and get you guys over to a gameplay that we had just yesterday. This is against a player known as Flash X Cage. Now, I played him a fair amount of times this year. Early on in the year, I had his number. Then over the last week or so, he's really gotten me the last couple times. In fact, the 3 games that we played last week, I went 1-2 against him. This game was a really awesome game on stream. If you guys do not check me out on twitch.tv/ZanMadden, you guys can click the link in the description. I do stream Monday through Friday in the afternoons. I've been super consistent all summer long. So if you guys want to watch me play live every day, you guys can check me out over there. This was a game last night against him. Now, Flash is a 3-3 Cub player, and he is a gun tight player. And as you guys know, I am an X-Nasty player, and I run Big Nickel over G. So you guys can go check out my game plans, offense and defense on gridirongameplans.gg. In fact, while I'm setting audibles here, it's a good time to let you guys know I am giving a pre-sale offer, 35% off yearly membership on gridirongameplans.gg for Madden 24. Normally the website is a $9.95 monthly or a $99.95 for a full year. I'm offering this for just $75. That's going to give you all offensive and defensive game plans, vault updates, Discord access, and lab sessions. So make sure you guys go check that out. Take advantage of it. It's a great deal. And I don't want you guys to have to spend the $9.95 a month if you can save a good $45 off of a year's total membership. So go check that out. Otherwise, here we go. First offensive drive. As you can see, I'm wearing the Bobby Boucher style Broncos uniforms. My opponent is wearing some Nikes. And again, he's in the 3-3 Cub. You see right here, kind of running the little standard 3-3 Cub meta with the pinch. Right here, I'm kind of playing some mind games with him, trying to act like I'm using a motion route combo with my running back. And this route right here that I opened up the game with is something that I will kind of spoil you on. I'm going to use this a fair amount because this is something that I noticed right off the rip he doesn't utilize or guard very, very well. So you see right here, he's sending everybody. I've got that threat detector, which tells me who he's blitzing on 3rd and 4th downs. Key play right here early on. I snap the ball. Looking for my drag wheel combo, and you can see that we played a few times. He was ready for it, so I went ahead and scrambled to the sideline, took a yard, and we already have a 4th down early on in this ball game. But I'm actually not too worried about this guy's defense. Again, I've played him a lot of times this year. It's kind of just a zone blitzing 3-3 Cub. The X-Nasty at its inception last year, a 3-3 meta zone blitzing. I right here set up a trail route, expecting him to kind of lurk. We get shed. He had good coverage on that play for my out route to the left. Didn't really give a second route in the middle of the field. I kind of regret that route combo. And he got a quick shed off the edge right there against my left tackle who had secure protector. So I didn't even really have time to process much on there. Early turnover on down. So not a good start, obviously. He's getting the ball inside my 10-yard line, and he's got this gun tight. Now, initially, you kind of have to have your playbook awareness as I gap shoot his base. He is in gun tight, not gun tight offset tight end. So I know that the runs I have to respect in this offense are halfback base. Right here, he goes into the bunch tight end. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of reset my line, give myself an inside zone gap shoot. Right here, I'm expecting either inside zone or some sort of slant post combo, and we lurk all over it. And he actually stays on his slant read and is able to get a toe tap on the sideline. I'm actually not too happy with that result right there. I had a flat defender that was kind of passive on that play, and it gave him 3rd down and 1. So again, right here, I'm kind of expecting the quick base. He audibles back into the bunch tight end. I'm expecting inside zone, and I have a gap shoot for this. So this is right here. I try to set up my gap shoot. I know that's window dressing. and it's a ugly, clunky gap shoot, and I run into his center when I had a gap to shoot. But he's on the board, not a good start. We are quickly down 6, and the extra point will make it 7-0. Again, with him having the ball at half. This is not a good start to this game whatsoever, but that's all right. I've played pretty well this year. If you guys have been checking me out on Twitch, it's sometimes 2 possession leads even are not something that I don't overcome. So we just got to get ourselves right. I feel like that first drive kind of had a shed there on that 4th down. Not my best route combo. A couple of things right there contributed to me giving him that early score. I feel like that's mostly on me. So got some work to do here. Again, back in the 3-3 Cub, I decided to go into the doubles off close, start this drive off with an inside zone split. I didn't want to run a stretch there. Traditionally, I kind of start my drives off if I'm running with stretch. I've played him a lot lately, so I threw him off the scent just a little bit, little inside zone split, and was able to catch a nice seam right there. Again, you see the Madden presale for Madden 24. Again, guys, go check that out. GridironGameplans.gg/subscribe. Link is in the description. Again, another formation that I don't run a ton of, that is the double south, which is another formation that I have the wide zone in. Again, I'm trying to kind of throw him off the scent just a little bit with this particular game. We played a lot over the last couple weeks, and just over the course of the year, we played plenty. So kind of mixing up my run schemes out of formations. I haven't made him defend the last few times we played. See right here, this motion pulls his guy to the inside. This is kind of a tell to me that he's likely not blitzing, or if he does blitz, he's not going to have success. You see I go right back to that tight end whip. I didn't want to set it up out of the standard bunch alignment that I threw it out of on my first pass play of the game. I kind of dressed it up. I used a flat on that last play to pull any hard flats or purple zones out to the sideline, so the whip had a nice pocket of field to run back to the outside and not have an AI defender that could collapse on the throw. And you saw his user was a little bit aggressive in the middle of the field. So down 7-0. Getting our drive going out towards the 40-yard line as we start the second quarter. And I still got a lot of work to do, obviously. Right here in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, all right, he's got ball a half. I've probably got to handle this drive and not give him a whole lot of time here. Right here, I miss a wide open read to the wheel. Fortunately, his user was low, which allowed me to highball that slant on the left side. Yes, looking back on that, definitely missed a wide open sideline ball. Much easier throw to that Cooper Cup wheel, but you're not always going to see things live, which is something I always try to tell chat when I'm live. People be like, hey, you missed a read. And it's like, yeah, well, your progression on that is maybe not the same as mine. Some players are better at whole field reads than others. Right here, I go quick to the flat, high ball to Thaddeus Moss. And we are 4 for 4, 51 yards. Note that all of the yards so far in the air are to my tight end, Thaddeus Moss, which kind of is important to show you guys as I run in wide zone right here. His user not great on the gap shoot, and we pick up a first down. So getting a little tempo going here, starting to get my offense moving a little bit. Bad first drive, down inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Very important in my mind right here that no matter what I do, I'm not leaving him much time for a drive. But also you have to take what's given to you. So it's not like I'll pass up a touchdown. Right here, I try to get a little cute. I try to use a double delay route combo. My tight end ignores the man blitzing and gets me hung out to dry. So right there, that's a self-inflicted wound right there. Not something I traditionally do. I was actually trying to set up a protection where both my tight end and my running back would stick around to pick up the free runner and then release into their respective flats, and I'd have a check down to either of them. Did not work too well. That's definitely something, if you guys played the beta, we'll have to improve. There's a lot of plays where they added double chips. You see right there, little coverage sack, good defense. Probably didn't missed a quick throw to the right flat again, but in that situation, probably looking for a little bit more yardage than that. I didn't want to have a 3rd down and long, and instead I ate the coverage sack, and now it's 3rd down and longer. So you see right there, he audibled into a play with a threat detector. I actually want to show this. This is a teachable moment. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to back up just a little bit. You saw right here, in my eyes, he audibled from 3-3 into 3-3 Cub, and you saw one disappeared and then the other disappeared. Traditionally, when I see that, I'm thinking, okay, well, he didn't audible into a play with the contains because one disappeared, then the other disappeared. So right here, I think I've got a coverage play. So I go 5 out, and he has to respect the seam, and I'm able to throw a quick Texas, and we're able to pick up a first down. Right there, that tell was 100% due to the threat detector, kind of showing me that, oh, he dropped his guys in coverage individually. He took that guy that was blitzing and put him into a zone, and that allowed me to know I could go 5 out on that play. So I talk about this all the time. Threat detector is the most important ability in the game to use on offense outside of, like, I would say, secure protector. On your lineman. You should make room for that. It's free on certain players, or it's 1 AP if you want to stack it with a secure protector on other players. I would assume the Rookie Premier program, if you guys are playing MUT, will feature some lineman that's going to get 2 0 AP buckets, probably going to get a secure plus threat detector for 0, I would guess. Right here, I go into the single back tight Y off, minute 25 left, and not a good run call right there. Right there, he went to a nickel blitz. And in fact, that's where I kind of actually picked up on a tell in his defense. When he really wants to stop a run stop, or he wants to like get pressure, he'll liberally use that slot corner in addition to the front 5 in the 3-3-5 Cub. So you see the front 5 there. You got the 2 outside linebackers, the 3 down linemen. He'll sometimes work that nickel corner into the mix as well. Again, right here, threat detector telling me that he's got at least that guy on the right side blitzing. I use this motion, his left guy backs up, which tells me I've got a base rush. Right here, I'm looking for something and nothing doing, but because he had that left side dropped, I escape out to the left flat with Rodgers. We'll discount double check into the end zone for a touchdown. I will say that I've made Rodgers a little faster. I'm using some Jets theme team remix items in preparation of the Jamal Adams rookie red zone royale forge, whatever you want to call it, item that's coming. So taking advantage of the little bit extra speed on Rodgers right there makes him feel a little bit more quick when I go to scramble. I think Rodgers is the best quarterback in the game. I know everyone kind of uses the golden ticket items, but when you factor in the dead eyes we've talked about here on the channel this year, when you factor in Slinger 1 right-handed, doesn't have the glitch of the Slinger 1 like that Mahomes card, which isn't actually Slinger 1. You know, generally speaking, I think it's the best card in the game. Yeah, it's not the most mobile, but it's not really a mobile Madden in general. But nonetheless, 7-7, and we got some work to do here because I gave him a minute 13. Fortunately, he only has 1 timeout. This motion right here is something that I have to pay attention to. This is kind of a deep in his bag of tricks motion when he goes to the motion bunch. You see right there, he goes with a street corner out bench combo out of a trips bunch. So that's something I've got to log. It's not his only route combo, but when he wants to get going, that seems to be one of his favorite things to do. Right here, I'm expecting him to go with all verticals, and he had nothing open right there. A little mix of my I3 match, a little bit of tight killer shell I'm mixing in right here. And those are really my 2 favorite coverages against tight. I have my I3 match that I'll run. You guys can check that out on Gridiron Gameplans again in our vault, as well as in my over G game plan. And then I use the tight killer shell, which is also in the vault and my match game plan. So you see right here, he's looking for, you know, the streaks, the posts, all those routes. And I'm forcing him to be patient, take his checkdowns. Again, you see that pop up, that yearly membership. I will mention that if you guys want to poke around, learn the tight killer shell, the I3 match stuff, if you guys take advantage of the Madden 24 pre-sale, it will unlock everything on the website from Madden 23. So you guys can take a look at everything I've done all year long this year, in addition to being set for next year. See right here, a little slant post combo. He throws the little ghost route out of the backfield. Bad user by me. I got to make that tackle in the open field, make him burn a timeout. But you see right here, clock is ticking, audibles to bunch. I do a quick setup right here to mirror it. Not too big a deal. A lot of people say the flipping safeties and over G are a problem. The problem is I'd let him go to the flat and get into field goal range. So right there is kind of in between of whether or not I wanted to guard the corner route and give up the flat, or vice versa. I decided to stick with my guns and make him take his check down, and he did. So right here, he flips his running back. Right here, I'm thinking it's just a pass play. I go ahead and unbase the line right here to keep numbers over the top of the right side. He motions out. I'm scanning the middle of the field. Right here, I send a little bit of pressure. I have no problem with sending pressure right here because even if he dots it, you're still looking at 3. And if I get the sack, he doesn't get 3. So that's a great spot to send a little pressure. You know, unfortunately, he was able to make the correct read. You know, if he gets confused right there, that's a 3-point play for me. But all's well that ends well right there. No touchdown at least allowed. Big problem is, and I'm telling my chat this right there. I know you can't hear what I'm saying on stream, but what I'm telling my chat is the big problem that I have in this game with that situation is that my opponent basically, if you take away, I had the interception on the first drive. I was able to get 7 on my second drive. But I told my chat, I was like, even though it's 7-7, you got to remember he's going to have 3 possessions. If the game goes normal, he's going to get 3 possessions to my 1 the rest of the way. He gets the last possession of the first half. He gets the first possession of the second half. I'm going to get my 1 possession of the second half, and then he's going to have a second possession in the second half. So basically, he gets 3 possessions to my 1 the rest of the way. So basically, what I've got to do is I've got to find a way to get a stop, a hold to 3, and my 1 drive needs to be a touchdown. And I've got to win this game 14-13. That's kind of what's in my mind, and what I was telling my chat is, I've got to get 2 stops, or the absolute worst I can allow is 1 field goal and get 1 stop. So let's see if we could do so right here. He starts off with a bench with the Texas route, gets the ball out. And this is where I'm kind of telling myself, okay, I've got to start making some changes, because he's taken the checkdowns. We played a lot. He's kind of learned the hard way that, you can't shove the ball downfield against me. Right here, he goes to the motion. Right here, I stand in the lane to gap shoot a base. Right here, looking for the Texas routes and the out routes. I play a little bit harder coverage right there. So 3rd down and 3, I have to start taking away those short flat routes, which is going to open up the sidelines a little bit. Right here, he goes to bunch. Right here, I decide to get a little cute, I believe. I do a bluff blitz. I was trying to get him to, play with this threat detector right there. I get hung up trying to bluff blitz my slot corner, and I gave up the quick flat route, which was my responsibility. So I tried to just get too cute there on a 3rd down, see if I could get him to make a mistake. He goes back to the base. I gap shoot it. Eric Dickerson, glowing running back, is able to break the tackle, and he's able to pick up 7. So right here at this point, I'm like, all right, well, he's on the North 46. We're in Mile High. He's in field goal range. At this point, this is the drive I need to allow 3 on. I can't afford to give up 7 or else I lose. So again, right here, we are play action. He's got the post, and he hits the crossing route. Right there, I think I went to a match coverage cover 4, and it made some adjustments. You saw some kind of wonky response of my deep zones right there. Now he's in the red zone. I'm just like, oh man, this is not going good at all. See right here, base, I gap shoot it, clean gap shoot right there. You see right there, 4 rushes, 5 yards. Those glowing running backs, I know that he picked up 7 on his last carry, but 4 for 5 with a glowing running back is like not good last time I checked. But, that narrative that's out there that glowing running backs ruin the game. I just think that bad people like to sit in bad run defenses or don't lab gap shoots personally. But right here goes to that bunch alignment that I talk about out of tight. Again, just taking his checkdowns. He's done a really good job in this game taking those checkdowns. I've got to figure out a way to handle this. 3rd down and 3. I got to get into gap shoot position for that base call. You can see right there, hot routing the inside options on his tight. You see them both patting their helmets. I'm logging this information. It's a hitch slant combo, and we're able to get the throw out of sack animation, and we drop it. That would have been a pick 6. That would have been huge going the other way. But nonetheless, it is 4th down and 3, and I've got an opportunity. You see right here, he's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. I think this is because I have long drives on offense, and he probably thinks, if I can put 7 on the board, it's over. So right here, this is a big drive for me. He goes and flips into that bunch alignment. Actually want him in this spot because I know exactly what he's going to go to. Some sort of quick wheel with a backside route. I hang out on that backside route, crossing underneath as he thinks I'm playing the wheel, and I'm able to get the user pick, and we are in business. So there's the stop. There's the stop drive. Now what I need to do is go down and get a touchdown. That would put me up 14-10 and take a field goal out of the bag for him. As I said, I'm getting 1 drive in the second half. I got to get 7 on it. So you see right here, we start off with the inside, or the wide zone rather, and you can see that my running back is 7 for 24, and I have a glowing running back. So, again, just kind of proving again that good players have run defense, and the ones that complain about it sit in dollar don't really lab. But not trying to throw shade, but it's just the way I see it. here we go to empty bunch Y. This is an alignment I sometimes use. You see I'm using this whip route, going back to something that I ran earlier. Caught him flat-footed, was able to hit the Thaddeus Moss on the whip route. And you see that we're 6 of 6 for 81 yards right here. Got to have a good drive. Got to have a good drive right here and get down for a touchdown. Go up by 4 and take the field goal out of the equation for him, which if you get in the red zone against me, I feel really good down there. See right here, looking for our corner, hold on to the ball, throw it away, nothing open. That was good coverage defense by him right there. I was looking for the double corner combo with either the wheel down the seam to the tight end or hit my check down to the drag. My opponent played them all very, very well. Threw that ball away so I could get one extra play here in the third quarter. And again, we're motioning to kind of a 2x2 tight alignment out of the X Nasty. I've got the drag wheel combo. And you see right here, I'm looking for this going up the sideline. I get a late shed, and that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. So game moving quickly here. Again, still kind of chasing my tail. I had that early throw out of sack animation, or I'm sorry, the early turnover on downs that led to my opponent's first score, 7 of his 10 off of that. And, not a great spot to be in. Again, you see right here, he doesn't have his outside linebacker on the right, snug to the line. You saw the icon disappear over the top of his left outside linebacker, so I know this is a 5-out scenario right here. I should be able to send everyone out. And you see right here, actually, I decided to leave the running back in for extra protection to pick up any sheds, and he didn't do that. And I got to throw out a sack animation, so that's great. Go back to that last drive, right? I know that we got the pick where he got nothing, but if you recall, I said, I didn't catch the throw out of sack. That would have been a pick 6. Well, he caught his, and now I'm in a bad way. Down 17-7. And, it's tough. I put myself in the hole early with the turnover on downs. You could argue that I didn't deserve that one. I want to go back to that play, actually, because it was a big one. If you actually take a look down the right sideline, I had a touchdown, and that's what I was going to. You saw right there, once again, that left tackle got smoked. Same left tackle that got shed on the turnover on downs. And you saw right there, man, that's rough. So let's go ahead and get ourselves back into our drive here. Down by 10. Got a lot of work to do. 3:53 to go in this one. 3 timeouts. Most important thing here in this situation is I have to score north of the 2-minute warning. I need 4 clock stoppages in my bag as I get down by 3. So we got to get going. So right here, going vertical. Take my check down here because, again, my opponent's playing pretty cautious in terms of, his coverage, a little bit more conservative. He's going to make me take check downs. And I think that a combination of just some poor luck for me, some sheds out. My left tackle had a bad game in this one, kind of solely responsible for 14 points to my opponent with those instant sheds. But I'm going to go to the corner right here, and Cooper Kupp can't get his hands on it, drops it on the sideline. That cheats me out of about 30 yards. Obviously not thrilled about that, but we're still not in a bad way. My opponent's kind of playing passive in coverage. I think he's just kind of hoping that I'll make a mistake. He's not really trying to blitz and give me giant pockets of turf to throw to. Right here, we go into the tight Y off. Just did a YouTube video on this the other day, and we go to the exact setup that's in that video. You see right there, he works that nickel corner in, and good pressure. So again, I mentioned on that first half drive that sometimes when he's getting aggressive, he wants to work the nickel corner into the equation too. Good defense right there by him. And now we're backed up on a 3rd down and 16. So I go right back to the play that I actually had the throw out of sack pick 6 on because I had a wide open touchdown on it. We go 5 out right here. And you can see right there, his guy got run by, and we're able to throw it over his head. CeeDee Lamb, Randy Moss gets cooked, and we are out for the touchdown. So that's a big strike right there, down by 3 now, with still plenty of time left in the game. Let's go ahead and keep it going here. I'll kick it off. Now we're back on defense, and let's see if we can find ourselves a stop. So we've basically been in what is considered a 2-score deficit kind of twice in this game, if you think about it. Basically, just been in a bad way the entire game, but we still have a chance. So again, he goes back to that short out route. This is again where I remind myself, okay, this guy takes his checkdowns. Gotta hit those hard flats, gotta mix those in, gotta find out ways to trap some of these throws that he wants to, make. So again, right here, kind of thinking this is potentially a base call. It's a second down and 4. He goes to this motion. And, this has been a staple for him. Right here, I decide I'm going to try to get up and aggressive, get a jam on his post. And Carmichael gets off the jam really well. And nothing I could do about that. Just wasn't able to, lock him down off the line right there. Carmichael's big and strong. If that had been another receiver, probably get a better press animation. But fortunately for me, he went out of bounds. So that's a clock stoppage. That's big. It's going to make him have to get going. Glowing running back. Immediately know this is a halfback base situation that I got to respect. So kind of expecting that here. And that's exactly what he goes to. I gap shoot it. Dickerson breaks the tackle and picks up 7. So you see right there, 5 for 12. Again, still the entire body of work for his glowing running backs, 5 for 12. That's really not that good, right? But I decided to burn my timeout right here. Burn it here. Right here, I was kind of conflicted. I was like, do I really want to burn timeouts here? Do I want to let that go to the 2-minute warning? I decided to burn it just because, I think that he has mixed in some pass plays on early downs. And if I can get him to throw some incompletes, that'd be huge. You see right there, I was able to do so. So that gives me another clock stoppage. He knows I can gap shoot the base. I don't think he trusts the base. I've had a couple tackle battle wins on it, even when his guy's been glowing. I don't think he's all in all super happy with the performance of the base. Right here, I go to a little bit of a show blitz look, just to give extra players out in the flat area pre-snap. I'm going to try to make him, read the play. And he calls a good one. Calls a real good one. But again, he goes out of bounds. I don't know why he doesn't just lay down there, but decide to go out of bounds, and it gives me an extra clock stoppage. That's huge. So, that timeout I took with 2:20 is basically gotten me 2 extra clock stoppages just via circumstance. So, it's actually worked out okay for me. Right here, bunch, kind of expecting a base, potentially a quick throw to the flat. Again, that base call, we gap shoot it. So, again, his run scheme has not worked, glowing running back or not. He's, I think, now 6 carries for like 9 yards. Second out of 14, I decided to burn another timeout. You see right here, here's the motion. He's got this motion of this tight end across, or, the Carmichael. I know he likes the flats. I know he's like the post off of this. I play a little bit hard flat style, and he takes a check down in the middle of the field. I mean, just kudos there. You got to tip your cap. That's a good mix in the route combo. Definitely pretty frustrated there. I gave him his flowers there on stream. I was just like, man, this guy's had something for me on every third down. It's been a very, very tough game. I think his offense is good. Right there, I didn't actually get into a good position. Kind of loss of focus there momentarily. Second down in inches. I mean, this is GG territory right here. I've got second in inches to defend right now. And, again, he's here in this gun tight. I got to respect the throw, or I got to respect the base. I get into alignment this time. His guy's not glowing, so I'm thinking he's probably not going to run this here. He decides to go to the inside zone. Now, keep in mind, I said on the first drive, I have a gap shoot, but it was ugly. I'm telling myself, shoot this clean, shoot this clean, shoot this clean. You can do this. You know how to gap shoot this. And you see right here, I shoot it clean, tackle for loss in the backfield. When you have gap shoots for runs, guys, you are never out of a game. And I say this because, like, in any other scenario, if you don't have a gap shoot, this game is over. Labbing your gap shoots is going to set you up for an entire year. And a lot of players refuse to do it. So you see right here, third down and 3. I decided to kind of show him match and then audible into hard flat cover 2 style defense here. Keep my gap shoot alignment. Right here, I'm expecting him to go back to that hitch post slant combo. It's something he ran on his first drive down in the red zone. So I'm really expecting it here with the running back potentially on a wheel. So I had it. I was all over it. Now we're third down and 3. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, okay, like I think this guy knows I could go on a money drive. I've had some bad luck. I've had some chunk plays. Really, his 17 points is kind of wrapped up in a couple sheds on 4th downs. Not necessarily in the fact that he's just been all over me. So this is the play right here. This is for the ball game. No timeouts. If he picks up 3 yards, he wins. And I'm kind of expecting a similar route combo to what he ran on the previous. Right here, I decided to go to my 1-tech, 3-tech, which is a video I did on Tuesday of this week, base pass rush. Expected Justin Simmons to get after it, but I actually dropped Justin Simmons into a 3 rec. I want to show this because this is a big play right here. Right here, I put Justin Simmons on this 3-rec, so he matches the running back hitch. I've got this guy in a vert hook so he can play this hitch. I can then receive any route coming across the field, which is what I do, and he had nothing doing. So we're able to get the big stop right there, and now a field goal ties, a touchdown wins, but we've got to go quite a long ways, 89 yards to win this ball game with 1:16 and no timeouts. I've done more with less. I'll be honest with you. I have done more with less. So let's see if we can get this job done right here. Tight Y off has been where my bread's been buttered all game long. Most of my damage has been out of the tight Y off, not so much the X nasty. So I go ahead and hop into that. I do a little bit of a motion right here. This is me trying to set up a double corner combo to the left with a slant post in the middle of the field. And I just want to pull that user out. You see right there, he's chasing. I'm able to throw the slant, get out of bounds, stop the clock. So you can see right there, 9 for 13. You know, it's not been a high output volume wise. And you know, we're not dropping back to throw every time, but we've been pretty efficient. We've just had a couple sheds really kill us in this game. But we're out of bounds, stop the clock, out to the 26. Cooper Kupp in motion to the wide side of the field. Got to go double corner with a slant flat. And the reason I go slant flat is I've used that whip so many times. And in fact, right here, you're going to see right here, I actually tell my chat, I think he's going to blitz his nickel corner. And that's exactly what he did. And that's why I put a flat on that side of the field. I wanted a quick check down. I knew I wouldn't have time for a whip route to return to the outside. I think he was banking on that as well. So I gave myself something immediately into the flat. I didn't think he would play a flat to his outside corner on that side because he is blitzing. I figured he would drop him deep. So pretty good strike right there to pick up 7 and get out of bounds. Right here, we're going kind of with that same combo. I've got a high point crosser, the whip route. He hangs out on the whip route. I throw that wheel route that I missed on my first drive. 11 for 15, 215, 1 touchdown, 1 throw out a sack interception on a play that had a touchdown on it that I was throwing to. But still moving. So good yardage out of this. Cooper Kupp, again, most importantly, getting out of bounds on all these plays. So we've moved the ball about 39 yards in 20 seconds and not had to worry about the clock running. He decides to go to some dollar. And I'm just sitting here thinking, all right, well, I mean, hell, I'm only down 3. Let's go ahead and at least wrap up field goal range right here. I don't mind that. So I go ahead and run the ball. And I decide, all right, well, if you're going to stay in, if I got you in dollar, I'm in field goal range and I can pick up that many yards. Let's go ahead and do it again. So I do it again. And then I think I've got a first down. So let's go ahead and clock the ball here. Unfortunately, I didn't have a first down, though. So that gave away, a play there, 3rd down in inches. Actually, not happy with that decision. I thought I had a first down and 10 when I went to hold the B button to spike the ball. And the spot was just a little bit short. So that actually kind of derailed my plan a little bit. I was planning on spiking the ball on 1st and 10, which would allow me to get into a situation where I could throw. So right here on 3rd down and inches, I'm right back in that same spot where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to run the ball, pick up a fresh set of downs, and I'm going to spike the ball here. So, 33 seconds when I snap that ball, 20 seconds there. So it cost me about 14 total seconds, but it put me in the red zone where I feel pretty good about things. So here we go. We got 19 seconds, no timeouts. Really cannot afford to take a sack right here. That would basically end the game. But we're going to go bunch to the short side of the field. And I'm trying to recall. Yeah, we're looking. This is actually me looking for like kind of a wheel flat combo, I think. I think I'm going to block the tight end on the left side of the field here in case he's blitzing. Give myself a quick option to the right. Maybe, yep, I'm looking for everything on the right side. And he does a real good job with that. I didn't. So somebody said you had the throw. Here's why I couldn't throw this ball to Henry early. If I throw the ball now, there is a chance I maybe get hit, tackled in bounds. Yes, I probably could have thrown it. Also, I'm worried about like an acro diving animation right there. So yeah, maybe a little bit gun shy on that. But the last thing I could afford is throwing that ball and him not being in the end zone. I wanted the throws to be in the end zone for the win, especially when I have a field goal to tie and go to overtime in my back pocket. A smidge conservative, I accept that. But nonetheless, something that I have to live with, right? So again, right here, he's in, kind of the DB fire, moving those safeties down in the box to try to take away some of my my seam throws. So I'm going to miss a read right here. I'm going to spoil this for you. I miss a read right here, I believe. And the reason that I do that is that safety on the right. And sorry for the overlay right here. It's on a timer. It's not on purpose. I missed Y. I could have bullet passed Y. Why didn't you highball that? Well, Steve Smith's not super tall. I'm going to be honest. I missed the read, guys. I missed the read. But really, my whole read on that was I was looking for the trail route to the tight end in the middle of the field. I was kind of thinking, all right, well, he's going to be prepared for a seam. I wanted to see if I could get that tight end, falling into the front of the end zone right there. But, and I actually right there, you see, I asked my chat, I was like, did I have the right seam open? You can see right here, I'm asking my chat, I was like, did I miss a read down the right side? And then I kind of put up my arm and I'm like, yeah, the right seam, was that open? Right there. But nonetheless, we are going to overtime. So let's go ahead. Actually, right here, this play is kind of crazy. I said, I told my chat right before this, I was like, I left him just enough time for a miracle to be answered right here. And I don't know what happens right here, but my guy in the middle of the field decides to just like chill. And he got kind of beat. And fortunately for me, the play took 7 seconds. So we end up going to overtime here. I'm going to win the toss in OT. Let's get into overtime where we've got some work to do here. I always choose to kick in OT. I feel like my defense is good. If I can get a stop, 3 wins it for me. I don't want to put myself in a spot where I chase a first down. Again, he goes back to that base. Yeah, going running back, 9 for 14 yards. Yeah, they're unstoppable. So here we go. Got him back in the situation here. 2nd down and 11. He's going to go to this motion. And this is basically, something I've seen him do 4 or 5 times in this game. And I'm ready for it. You see, I return back and we get the acro animation and I'm so elated over it. We are out with the W. GG's in the chat. Huge comeback. Basically two possession deficits in one game that we were able to overcome. And we're able to come out on top with the W. GG's to Flash. Sent him a message after the game. He's been a tough opponent all year long for me. Appreciate all these sweaty games this late into the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary style video. If you did, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Again, make sure you guys take advantage of the Gridiron Gameplans Madden 24 presale. It is available right now. Offer ends August 1st. We will yak at you tomorrow where I've got yet another full game commentary. Until tomorrow, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.